Hey guys! So the DVD 7-year anniversary event stream just ended and there is a ton of things to go over. So firstly, I just wanted to give a quick overview of the roadmap for this year. So we're going to be having 4 chapters with killers and 2 with survivors only. I will actually be playing the teaser trailer for the newest killer in just a moment here, but first I wanted to let everybody know that Behavior has confirmed that the next 2 killers will be licensed. So we haven't been given any information on what those characters will be, but they did say that they're going to be major, well-known characters. So to all of you Alien fans out there, don't give up hope just yet. Other than that, we'll be having the usual 4 tomes and the 5 seasonal events. Behavior has also addressed that a lot of the maps are either very killer-sided or very survivor-sided, with little wiggle room in between. So this coming year, we can expect that they'll also be doing some more map reworks, which I'm very excited to see. So now let's get into the new trailer.
It wasn't programmed to harm the crew. It was supposed to help us build a safer home, but something happened. It became self-aware. It has no empathy. It doesn't feel pain. It learns at an impossible rate, and it won't stop until we are dead. Or worse.
So first of all, I just want to say that the map in this trailer looks awesome. I've been really hoping that Behavior will kind of explore more of these otherworldly different genres and themes for maps, so I'm super excited to see this one. As for the killer, appearance-wise, my first impression was the mechanics really reminded me of Skull Merchant, and then like the weapon arm is very similar to Dredge. So it kind of just looks like a cross between the two. As for the power, you'll be able to place these biopods down around the map, and if a survivor is spotted by one of those biopods, they will become infected, and that infection will then allow you to teleport and chase that survivor down. Also, the infection can be spread from one survivor to another automatically, so survivors can't get too close to each other without risking the infection. The PTB is not currently live, and it won't be until about next week, so I'm not 100% sure on the specifics of this power, but from what's been shown, after you place a biopod, you can view other parts of the map with them, which then allows you to infect any survivors that you see. Speaking of new killers and survivors, just the other day we got a massive update from Behavior. So coming this July, we'll be getting Nicolas Cage as our newest survivor. I think that this is amazing, and it's really cool to see our first ever real-life survivor in DBD.
There's nothing more powerful than imagination. It can shape the fabric of reality, transforming everything you may think you know.
So another major change I'm sure many of you are very excited for is FACECAMPING. So now, whenever a survivor is hooked, they will have a meter. This meter will fill if the killer stays within the radius of the hook. The closer the killer is, the faster the meter will fill. Once it is full, the hooked survivor will be able to unhook themselves, even if they're in the second stage, and they'll still gain the regular haste and endurance from a normal hook. This is going to be a massive change to help combat that hardcore face camping for survivors. And that being said, there are situations where camping is warranted, so to ensure that this change is still going to be fair for killers, if there is even just one survivor that is staying around the hook, whether it's they're looping the killer near there or just hanging around, the rate at which that meter will fill will be drastically slowed down. In addition, once the exit gates have been powered, meaning that the last gen has been finished, not that the exit gates have been open and endgame has started, this feature will completely disable, meaning that the killer can still protect their objective in these endgame situations. This feature will not be released until later this year after it's been put into a PTB and tested a little bit first. Behavior has also announced some quality of life changes, one of which I have been absolutely dying to see is the search bar. So starting in this chapter's PTB, they will have a search bar added, so you no longer have to scramble last second to try and find those perks that you're looking for. Search bar will also let you type in either the name of the perk you want or something from the description. So for example, if you want something related to a generator, you can type in gen and anything that is related to that will pop up. Another major change is going to be bot survivors in live matches. Anytime a survivor disconnects from a match, a noise notification will be played and a label will pop up on the HUD to show that a bot has taken over. We haven't been given too much information on this, so we don't know exactly how it works just yet, but I'm assuming that the bot will be set to mirror the image of the survivor that disconnected. So if that survivor who disconnected was, death hook and injured, the bot would be as well. That won't be coming until later this summer though, so I'm sure that we'll hear more as time goes on. We'll also be receiving some more customization options through player background banners and icons as well. These will be earned through tomes and future events. Behavior has also decided to go down the route that many other games have by adding a player report feedback. So that essentially means that anytime you report somebody and action is taken against them, you'll be notified. Many people within the community feel as though the report system doesn't really do much, and this is just a little way of Behavior showing us that they are actually listening and reviewing the information that we have given them. So Behavior is partnering up with 2 other game companies to bring us some new games. Supermassive Games is currently working on a new single-player game that is set outside of the entity's realm with all new characters, and Midwinter Entertainment is working on a multiplayer PvE game for us. Up to 4 players will be able to enter another one of the entity's realms and fight off the hosts that occupy it. And speaking of other games, for anybody who has been a longtime fan of Behavior and DBD, you've probably heard of Naughty Bear. Naughty Bear is a game that was developed before Behavior ever released DBD, and it's something that they've been wanting to implement into DBD for quite some time now, so we'll finally be getting that. Coming this year, we're going to be getting a Naughty Bear skin for the Trapper. So now moving on to some of the more important updates, this year's anniversary event. So it has been confirmed that we will be having another Twisted Masquerade event with all new masks. So this year will feature 12 brand new masks, as well as last year's cosmetics returning for anybody who may have missed them. The maps are also going to be getting a temporary makeover as always, with Father Campbell's Church being the star of the show this year. The event offerings will also be returning from last year, but this time with a bit of a twist. And this year, as Survivor, instead of having to escape the trial in order to receive your mask, they made it a little bit easier, so now you just have to survive till the endgame collapse, whether that's through the hatch being closed or the exit gate being opened. So the offerings this year will also come with charges. As a survivor, you can use these charges while in a chase to temporarily block a window for the killer, or you could spawn a pallet that will break upon use. As killer, these charges can be used to either reduce the effects of a stun on you, or remotely break a wall or a pallet. They can also be used to inflict the exposed status effect on survivors once bloodlust has been gained. So I'm super excited for this event, but I will say I'm slightly concerned about these new event charges. In order to receive your mask, you have to have at least 1 charge remaining by endgame. We don't currently know how many charges these offerings are going to come with, and I'm kind of concerned about how much spawning pallets and being able to expose survivors so easily is going to affect the game. For pallet spawns, I'm assuming you'll only be able to spawn them in places where pallets have already been used during that trial, but we don't know if there's any kind of charge up period for the pallets to spawn, and we don't know if the killer's going to get any kind of warning before it happens. And the same thing goes for exposed. You have to use an event charge and then gain bloodlust, but we have no idea how that's going to look. I feel like it won't be too bad at the start of the event, but as time goes on, after people manage to get all of their cosmetics, it's just going to be a mess of constant pallet spawns and survivors getting exposed all over the place. Hey guys! So I just wanted to pop in here and let you know that I do actually have a Patreon. Patreon is where I post all the behind the scenes makings of my cosplays, so all the photos and videos, as well as some IRL stuff that I don't post anywhere else. All that is exclusive to my Patreon, so if you're interested in any of that, check out the link down in the description below. Overall, I'm super excited for what's to come this year. There's lots of quality of life changes, cosmetics, killers, and events, and I can't wait to experience and share it all with you guys. I'll be making a video on the PTB next week once it goes live, so make sure you keep an eye out for that. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next one. Bye!